If you're wondering where I've been for the past two-ish weeks, I've been indisposed with work. I was going for a promotion, and as the most junior member of staff being considered for the job, I felt it necessary to step it up. And so I've been working like 7 days a week for nearly a month, and having a routine of pulling at that point 12 plus hour days, I have been pretty tired. And as I've said before, when real life starts demanding more and more of my time and energy, this is one of the first things to go, which is really too bad because doing these recordings is a form of therapy for me. But yeah, I just wasn't in the right mindset for it, so I ended up just taking the weeks off from playing a video game. That's not even first world problems anymore. That's just a poor reflection on me as a person. And as you can see, I'm kind of out of practice. I forgot how to start these things off, which is in the Hamlet and not in media res. Did you miss me though? Did you notice I was gone? If so, congratulations on being more observant than my parents. Funny story. My dad once dropped me off for a Little League game and didn't come back to pick me up. Around the third day, I was hunched over a trash can, feasting upon peanut shells and half-empty ketchup packets, and I began to think that I might just be on my own for this one. That is, until an octogenarian groundskeeper by the name of Patton McGinty threw a 65-gallon trash bag over my head and set about beating me within an inch of my life with a sod cutter. Just before he finished me off, I think he saw something beneath the dried, crusty glaze of ketchup and pine tar, and I don't mind telling you that I think that something was potential. From that day forward, Mr. McGinty, better known by the patrons of the 3-2 Little League Park as Old Dusty, took me under his wing as his protege. Under his tutelage, I learned how to lay a chalk line straight as an arrow and how to complain about the temperature of coffee until the concession stand finally gave a discount. I slept in the equipment shed. I ate all my meals out of an old catcher's mitt, and at night, third base was my pillow, a chest protector was my blanket, and an umpire's mask kept the raccoons from trying to eat my lips and ears while I slept. And when I awoke in the morning to tend to the grounds, I did so wearing my tattered, comically small Little League jersey that, while baggy on a 7-year-old, was straining at the seams and cut off my circulation to my extremities. If I did good, I'd get an extra handful of sunflower seeds to go with my dinner of sunflower seeds. Dessert, I'd call it. Old Dusty loved jokes. "Make sure to do a good job trimming the hedge with those clippers or I'll make you trim it with your teeth," he'd sometimes say. We laughed and laughed about that one. And then one day I did a slipshod job of my trimming, and boy was Old Dusty ever sore. Mostly his arms and shoulders from holding my face in the hedge while I chewed it down to a satisfactory length. From then on, if he ever caught me lollygagging, gold bricking, or getting into monkey shines, I'd only get a pinch of Big League Chew for supper. They weren't all good times, though. On my 18th birthday, I was awakened by a strange-looking man who told me that Old Dusty had died that morning. This wasn't like the dozens of other times that I awoke to hear that Old Dusty was dead, and that this time it wasn't Old Dusty wearing a cheap pair of glasses and a fake wig he clearly bought at a store, and he wasn't barely choking back laughter by pretending to cry. He told me that Old Dusty died as he always wanted to go, laying peacefully in his bed surrounded by his wife and children as they gurgled and writhed on the ground, succumbing to a lethal dose of rat poison. Then he handed me something, the same 65-gallon trash bag he captured in me 11 years ago. Even though I had grown into a competent groundskeeper and a decent young man, he mostly blamed himself that I never reached my potential and didn't turn out anything like that shrieking, feral, wild-eyed, garbage-eating phantom he knew I had in me all along. He said most days he tried not to be too disappointed, but I wasn't buying it. It didn't work. I expected him to give a sad look and head out the door, never to return. But instead, when he turned to the door, he motioned for someone to come in. For a minute, nothing happened, but then from outside came an inhuman howl as a child of no more than 10 bounded inside the equipment shed and hissed at me, swiping and clawing in my general direction a few times with his gnarled hands, and his eyes locked with mine, and my blood ran cold. I knew then that my time with Old Dusty was at an end. As I walked out of that aluminum-sided roach den, lonely and forlorn, Old Rusty placed his hand on my shoulder and said, "I just want to task you to do one more thing as you head out that door, through the parking lot, and take your first step into the real world in over a decade." "Anything," I told him. Old Dusty extended his other hand to me. As he pulled me closer, he said, "Could you throw this styrofoam cup in the trash?" I'll never forget the last thing Old Dusty ever said to me as I closed the creaking metal door behind me. "Alright, bye." "Bye, Old Dusty. Godspeed." So how about this run, huh? Anyway, I just felt the need to get that off my chest, just seeing as how it's been so long since you, maybe you, and I have, spent any time together. I thought it prudent to share a little of my own experience with you, but as for this run, well, the hag is... I think the hag left a bit of a scar on my heart, honestly. Like, my first time fighting her, at the cost of dear sweet Dismas, I honestly don't think I'll ever be the same. But, I mean, this is going pretty well. Like, I was worried about the Arbalest's stress there for a little bit, but it seems to have mostly mellowed out. Everybody's at a good health total. We're pretty much riding roughshod over this entire dungeon. And even though it's a bit of a longer haul to the boss, I mean, it's really not that bad. There's that one branching path, and I think we might be able to justify coming back for it a little bit later. Maybe. I don't know if that was a good decision, though. Yep. Definitely not. No, not a good decision. A poor decision. Fortunately, we didn't get punished for it, since, we did manage to get that skeleton toasted before he was able to take a swing on us. And, as much as I was regretting not bringing the map along, we have gotten exceptionally lucky with our scouting.
Are often low on supplies.
And, gosh, like, this feels like the makings of a slam dunk. I mean, that's probably, it's probably, well, it's definitely too early to call, but good grief, just, like, look at it, right? Yeah, I don't know, like, if we manage to take her out before she manages to get a swing, or manages to inflict any meaningful amount of stress. Oh, thank God. Yeah. Like, I was kind of wondering if maybe we should have just tried to hit her or stab her sacrificially, but honestly, like, that worked out. And yeah, without the guaranteed kill, I think the healing is better. I was so worried that she was gonna get bled there. And like, yeah, at least this locks him in place. If we had stunned the guy in front, then the guy in the second rank would have managed to get like a lunge and move up. So I feel like this gives our Arbalest the best opportunity to get a kill. I hate you. You are lucky that Middleton is here, because he picked up the slack for you. That was don't let me catch you doing that again. That was embarrassing. That was really bad. So, we didn't bring along a key. For one thing, you didn't see this, but the provisioning phase ran us down to, I think, inside of 600 coins, 600 gold. So, I was a little bit nervous that just, yeah, the expense of the key, especially if we didn't end up getting any value out of it, was just a bit too high a cost, especially since, as you can see, I brought a mess of food because I want to make sure that we go into the hag fight loaded for bear. Like, I don't want to leave any of this up to chance because things can derail so quick in that fight. And as soon as I hit the start campaign button, I realized that so many members of this party are pretty sensitive in like what row they can stand in and be optimally effective. So I did adjust, maybe you saw, I did adjust some of the trinket loadout specifically to the arbalist because, you know, that bandana is fantastic, but we are not going to have her in rank 4 during that boss fight, like, ever. Barring some exceptional luck of somebody not getting dunked in the first round, there is pretty much zero chance that we are going to have her, oh thank god, that we are going to have her in the 4th rank. So, yeah, the Berserker Charm obviously has been contributing tremendously to the amount of stress she's been eating. That sucks. That really, oh, I hate that. I hate that too. There's a lot to hate right now. Good lord. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, I mean, that's good. Like, I feel like we just ignore the what is it called? Blight battery? I don't know. I like my name better. Blighted. No, that's definitely not the blighted giant. What? I don't. What? Oh, good. Good. We needed her speed to be worse. Good. Like, I kind of wanted to transform there, but oh god, like, this is not going well right now, like, at all. And our occultist has not been critting at all. And gosh, like, if there had ever been a time for a crit, that was definitely it. And no sale. That's horrible. Like, that's horrendous. Please, somebody, like, step up, okay? That's something. Like, I am definitely feeling like our abomination should have morphed earlier. Like, this is, I think, a pretty clear misplay on my part.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
So, yeah, like,
A powerful blow.
oh god, of course. Of course. Please don't blight. Okay, like, I was really worried that we were gonna run out of anti-venom and then get into another nasty altercation like this and just be walking into the final boss fight with a big mess of bleed. And I think it was worth taking the debuff there because, like, honestly, holy crap.
Mount, so
yeah, like, honestly, I don't, like, it hurt to burn those herbs earlier, and now it's hurting even worse. Yeah, like, I hate to leave it, but yeah, probably should. So, I think we're in fantastic shape. Like, things could go horribly wrong, But, I mean, look at this. Almost nobody has any kind of stress at all, like any sort of meaningful stress. We've got the opportunity to camp. I think we're guaranteed, like I should have checked, but I think we're guaranteed to have enough combats even if we get ambushed, or have enough saved up. How do I want to say this? I think even if we have non-stop combat all the way to the end, I think we still get through it and have a buff going into the boss fight. Oh, thank God. And with that, yeah, I think we're guaranteed. Yeah, I think we're guaranteed to make it to the boss with a buff. Okay. That's really lucky. And yeah, we're gonna burn that herb, definitely. Wow. Huh. Man, 420 was like a week and a half ago. I really wish I'd come up with that then. Crap. But yeah, we're going to make it to the boss here, and yeah, I think we are in great shape. And yeah, we really did just want to get that speed debuff off of our arbalist, because holy crap, like, her speed is god-awful with that lethargy. But now, okay, one fight, and that's it. Alright, please, no collector. Wow, that's huge. That surprise is huge. Alright, please, please, please. Why do I even bother asking? Really? Why? Like, it never works out. Although that is not bad. Alright. Please no crits. Like, that's a lot of debuff. And bleed. Oh, alright. Like, I think we still have bandages. And again, like, part of me wants to morph, but I feel like that is inviting danger this close to the... Did we get like, we didn't crit the... We didn't crit the gunman, right? Why did we get multiple crit heals? Or, like, stress heals? Right? Like, that's weird. Because if you crit a corpse, I think the only character that can get the crit heal is the character that actually, or the stress heal is the character that actually got the swing. Right?
The promise of safety.
That's, huh. Okay. Well, I'm not complaining, but really? Huh. Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay. I don't think Yup actually helps us. Yeah, we can't stun the cauldron, so okay. Here we go, and this might let us rearrange because she still has the debuff, or if she's not in rank 1, she sucks. Alright, oh god. Okay. Who's it gonna be? Who's the lucky contestant? Like, if we can get a stun right now... F. Because I think she only dunks somebody on her first action of the round, okay? And no dodge, so here we go. I am so glad that we got her marked. Holy shit. Wow. This is going exceptionally well. And now, sorry, like, Depeche Mode, you're just gonna have to hold on, because this just turned into a damage race. Like, if it wasn't before, it absolutely is now. Morph and crit. Let's get a crit. That, I'll take it. We win. We have won. Yep, we've won. Oh my god. Wow. That was the most decisive boss fight I have ever been a part of. Nah, let's just get out of here. No, it's not worth it. Wow. That was stellar. And that went really well. Why? That's... Huh, that sucks. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that at all. Still, a very nice run. Thank you very much for watching. I'm back. I'm going to try and do a release every day this week. Please stay tuned.